Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Caleb back with you guys. I'm making my week 3 game recap of the Bills game. Sorry to get this video out late to you guys, but honestly, I was just kind of in a bad mood on Sunday. Didn't really feel like making a video. And on Monday, I really was in a bad mood too. Didn't really feel like doing a video either. So I'm getting this up on Tuesday again. So sorry to do that to you guys. You guys deserve a video game recap earlier, but you understand, that's just how I felt. As you guys know, on Sunday we lost to the Buffalo Bills 26-16, handing us our first loss of the season, going 2-1. Sorry. But honestly, even though it was only a 10-point loss, really didn't show how we played. Honestly, yesterday felt like a 42-0 loss. Honestly, that's what it felt like. And it really didn't look like that in the first quarter. Even though we weren't really scoring touchdowns like we were used to, we were moving the ball down the field on offense. Trevor was doing some good. CJ and Jamal Charles were getting out in the open. The defense was getting pressure on Tyrod Taylor and the Bills' offense. It was honestly, in my opinion, during the second half, we just fell apart. The team really didn't look that strong. And I don't know what it was. It was during the final minutes of the second quarter, and during the second half, we just fell apart. Honestly, there's really not much to say about this. Offense really didn't do much. This was not the offense we were used to. This is not the march the ball down the field, 3 touchdowns, and then 5 touchdown offense that we'd seen these past 2 weeks. This looked like the old Broncos, like the 2015 Broncos, like the 2016 Broncos. This looked like the Denver Broncos that could barely score, that were sputtering on offense. Once in a while, a couple good plays here and there, but honestly, that's what it was. A couple bad plays that screwed us, like Trevor throwing a couple of interceptions that honestly didn't need to be thrown. Like him throwing the ball away across his body for an interception. Dude, just get rid of the ball. And he kept running himself backwards, just moving back, getting himself into deeper holes. Or he could have at least stepped up in the pocket and make sure if he's going to get sacked, don't get sacked so you're 10 yards back. The run game really kind of sputtered out. I mean, Jamal got a few runs here and there. So did CJ. I mean, Jamal got our only touchdown of the game. But that's it. Everyone just looked beat. The defense was doing their job, and then in the second half, we looked real sloppy on defense. They keep beating us out on the bootlegs, and honestly, it wasn't running the ball. We were able to contain LaShawn McCoy basically for a good chunk of the game. He had a few good runs here and there, but like Ezekiel Elliott, we pretty much shut down LaShawn McCoy. It was the stupid bootlegs. They just basically bootleg, and they constantly beat us with that. And that's what killed us. They threw bootlegs, and as for offensive line, this was really not the strong blocking that we've seen. I mean, yeah, the blocking wasn't perfect, but at least pass blocking for Trevor Siemian's been pretty good for the most part. And it's not like the Bills' defense was doing anything revolutionary. They were just doing a ton of blitzes. Just blitz after blitz after blitz after blitz. And it's either they couldn't pick it up or they were just overpowered. And the Bills' defense just ran right over us. Today, yes, the Sunday was a tough game. Guys, nothing really positive to say. We also had a couple of dumb play calls. And like the fake punt, I'm sure that could have worked. The fake punt with Henderson. But I don't know, like if Vance Joseph says we were missing a guy out on the block and we didn't want to waste a timeout. But honestly, you're down by 7, you're down by a touchdown. We got 11 minutes to go. Honestly, I do agree that it was a nice idea to try a fake punt, because I don't think we've tried a fake. It's been a while since we've done a fake punt. Honestly, it's just kind of self-destructed. Thankfully, the defense didn't give up a touchdown in the final quarter. They pretty much held the Bills to nothing but field goals. And it's not like we weren't given any chance to win the game. The defense gave us plenty of chances to win. And I also do put some blame on Mike McCoy. The offensive play calling was very stale. Running the ball, very conservative. We were running the ball when we should have thrown it. We were throwing the ball when we should have run the ball. It honestly was really mixed up. Like running the ball on 1st and 15, we could have thrown a 5-yard pass, chip away, chip away, chip away. But no, just run the ball. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Simeon again didn't play as smart as football. I do agree the refs were probably a little overzealous. And that's another thing. The past couple weeks have been relatively clean games for the Broncos. Not a ton of flags, a couple offsides, maybe a few false starts, but relatively not a lot of penalties. But man, so many freaking penalties. Holding, offsides, false start, pass interference, block in the back. So many penalties this week. And 2 very bad calls by the refs. First off, the catch by Sanders, by rule, he took 3 steps with the ball. He had possession. And even though the ball did pop loose, that would technically count as a catch and fumble recovered by Sanders. But the refs blew the call. That was a catch. Even people now remain, yeah, it should have been a catch. And the stupid Von Miller call, I mean, honestly, just a little whiff, and you call him for unsportsmanlike conduct. And even the commentators said they didn't agree with the call. And even an ex-NFL head of officiating said, yeah, he shouldn't have been called. He should not have been called for that. So that was really stupid. That, honestly, I hate the refs. I mean, the Bills really, really... I don't know if the Bills slipped them a bit of money, if the refs were just bored, because the first half was relatively clean. But, yeah, this is just an ugly loss, and I got nothing to say. And this was really like an upset week in the NFL. The Texans actually near beat the Patriots 33-36 at Foxborough. Patriots won. The Jags blow out Baltimore in London. The Bears beat the Steelers. The Redskins beat the Raiders, thankfully, which was helpful. And so in terms of the AFC West, the Chargers are, of course, in last place, 0-3. The Chiefs are 4-0. They're 3-0, and they're atop the West. And we're tied with the Raiders for second place, 2-1. Honestly, I have a feeling we're going to end up chasing Kansas City for the remainder of the season. This is just going to be a fight between us and Oakland to stay in the second spot, and then we're going to have to win both the Arrowhead game and the game here in Denver against the Chiefs if we're going to have any hope of winning the West. But this Sunday hurt, guys. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you blow out one of the best teams in the NFL, 42-17 in your home, after pulling out a miracle win in what should have been a blowout game against the LA Chargers at home to start the season. You start off 2-0, looking relatively strong. Defense is still there. Offense has improved. To go back to a 1-touchdown, 3 field goals a game team with the defense keeping us alive as long as they can and the offense not really doing anything, it's just... it hurt. I'm not going to lie. This hurt Broncos country. This hurts a lot. Thankfully, Garrett Bowles and Benny Fowler came back, which was surprising. I thought Bowles would be out for way longer than usual. I thought Fowler was going to be out for at least a couple weeks, but he cleared protocol, so that was pretty good. Honestly, not really too much to say. You all know we really didn't play. We didn't do our job. We played terribly. Everyone just looked beat. During the final 6 minutes, when we were still down by a touchdown, we could have gotten the ball back and won the game. Everyone just looked beat on the sidelines. Trevor really looked beat. The defense looked tired. And honestly, it was another one of those games where the defense really got sloppy eventually. We got really sloppy, and when you're on the field 90% of the time, eventually you're going to wear down. Just a very disappointing game. But we got to shape up. We got to get this loss out of our heads. We got to put the game behind us. Next week, we got the Oakland Raiders here in Denver, and we cannot lose this game. This is a must-win for us. It's our second divisional game. It's at home, and we need to beat Oakland. And all hopes Kansas City loses next week, possibly. If there's a chance, we could possibly, if we can beat Oakland somehow. And honestly, I think that was another reason we lost this game. We were looking ahead. We were too busy thinking about the Raiders that we didn't think about Buffalo. We were too busy overlooking the Bills, looking at the Raiders. That's what it looked like. So that's what we need to do. We need to shape up. We need to get ready. We need to get the offense back firing. We need to get better play calling. And we just need to get ready for Oakland, guys, because we can't lose this game. We got to beat Oakland. We cannot lose a divisional game this year. With how tough with the AFC West, with how tough, this is going to be a three-way race between us, the Raiders, and the Chiefs all the way to November. And we got to bunker down because we're going into October. It's crunch time now, guys. We're going into October. October is when all those games matter. And we're going to have a bye week coming up after the Oakland game. I would love to be 3-1 into the bye week. I would love to have a chance at the top spot in the West. Who knows at this point anymore? Anyway, guys, that's just it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends. Let me know what you thought of the game and what we need to do to improve to beat Oakland next week, because we need to win this game, guys. Again, sorry I'm getting this out so late, but you understand. Anyways, that's just it for me. See you later.